Let's talk with Mago.
Beacon of Hope.
Welcome, everybody, to this talk show, on yet another episode of this talk show today. Today, I'm very pleased to announce to you that I have two very wonderful personnel on this talk show today with me. I have somebody who is a visionary leader. He's also a relationship and a leadership coach. He's a youth pastor, RSM status in person of Pastor Gabe Itodo here, and then sitting here beautifully is a young Trinity. Yeah, she's just a fresh graduate of chemistry in Benue State University. I'm so happy to have you on the show, sir.
Thank you so
Welcome
much
on the show,
for
man.
having me.
Well, in the spirit of Valentine, I said, okay, let me have a relationship coach here on the show with us. So also, we talk about these things because we can see a lot of misconceptions about relationship and everything there and there. So it's only good to hear from a professional in this field. So you're welcome on the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
So for how long have you been a relationship coach, sir?
Over 15 years.
Oh, 50 years. That has been a long time.
I started doing relationship sessions and handling relationship matters in the lives of young people from the year 2007.
2007.
Yes.
2007, I think I was still in primary school at that time. That has been a long time.
Yes.
So how has that been?
Oh, it's been interesting. By the grace of God, I've seen myself grow on this journey from height to height and from impact to impact.
Okay.
Yes. From just being invited to preach to people, by the grace of God, I now own an institute of marriage and courtship, both online and on site.
I think I'm on the online group, the Institute of Marriage and Courtship.
Okay.
That's a very wonderful one, sir.
Yeah.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Oh, you're always welcome.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, what can you say are the challenges that you've encountered in this journey of a relationship for these past 15 years?
Okay, is it for my own marriage or why dealing with young people?
Yes, why dealing with
Yes, one of the things that amazes me about young people, and it's still amazing me to today, is their audacity at walking away from counsel that will save their lives and future. Some of them, when they come for counsel, they already have what they want to do in their heads. They just came for counseling to fulfill our righteousness.
Yeah. Exactly.
So even when we now give them the counsel, they still go ahead to do what they want to do. And then some precarious situations when the relationships hit the rocks and they find themselves in very, very unpleasant situations, then they try to call, they now run back to us and they want us to perform some miracles, and it's not possible. Even God cannot help you when you don't cooperate with Him.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the most amazing thing I've found out about this generation. We are not open to carrying out instruction when it is not in line with what we have in mind. So it frustrates us as relationship coaches.
Okay. Let's say the viewers, if you're watching, want to ask which is the ideal kind of relationship. Which is the ideal kind of relationship. What are you going to tell them?
An ideal relationship is one that begins, first of all, by God. You know, I'm a Christian marriage counselor, so I always told the path of God.
Exactly.
And I got my wife from God. So I will always recommend that people should get their life partners from God. It saves you a lot of stress. So if your wife comes from God or your husband is given to you by God, that's the first step towards avoiding plenty troubles. Because human beings are complex. You can never finish knowing human beings. I'm still studying my wife up to today, in the 12th year of our marriage, and she's still studying me.
True.
So the 1 year courtship that people do is not enough for you to finish understanding somebody. And of course, when people get married, they change. Pressure makes people change. An innocent brother today who looks like he cannot harm a fly can turn into a wife beater tomorrow because of pressure.
Yeah.
So you never can tell what the tomorrow of somebody will be when he's subjected to pressure. So only God knows who has the capacity to handle you in marriage when you yourself start changing. And only God knows the extent to which somebody will not change that will become an affliction for you in marriage.
Yes.
So when God has shown you who your life partner is, it doesn't stop there. There's also your own role that you have to play. Work it out. Involve counselors, involve your discipler, involve your pastor, involve your parents. Let them also check it out, because sometimes young people are blinded by love. When you think you're in love, because the love blinds you towards the faults of the person.
Reality will be right.
Yes. So when they get married, they face reality. But by then, for most people, it's too late.
Yeah, exactly.
There are 6 cases I'm handling now. There are marriages right now that are on the verge of divorce. Some of them they never listened to me when I gave them the counsel. When we tried to make them see the red flags as when they were in love, it looked like we were wicked. We weren't understanding, but now they wish they had listened. So let God be involved, and then involve human authorities who are ahead of you. Those are just 2 steps I'll give.
Involve God and then involve human authority ahead of you.
Yes.
These are 2 key points. Okay. I'm also learning.
Yes.
Now, why I love it that we are having this show right now is because of the season at hand.
Okay.
The Valentine is coming and everything, it's all coming, and the wave of the season, everything that comes with the season, everything is just going on now. People are buying teddy bears, and the rest. Well, I don't know what you have to say for people like that.
With regards to how do you celebrate Valentine?
Yes.
Okay.
In regards to that.
Yeah, celebrate with caution. Many years ago, while I was on the Benue State University campus, there was this lady who was crazy. She was just crazy. And so one of the craziest things she did that time was to give a crazy gift to her boyfriend as a Valentine gift, and it was a gift of her virginity. And she was excited going about announcing in the hostels that she had happily given her virginity to her husband as a Valentine gift. And dealing with young people, I got to understand that a lot of young ladies nowadays are, particularly the ones who are still virgins, they see virginity as a burden. I've had to counsel a few young ladies who saw virginity as a burden because their roommates, their classmates began to mock them for being virgins. One of them told me that every time I'm in my room and my roommates are talking about their sexual escapades, I have to lie and create imaginary stories to let them know, to make them believe that me too, I'm into it, so that they will not laugh at me. And I've handled 1 or 2 cases of ladies who wanted to give away their virginity, but they needed to find a worthy young man to give it to. So this is that kind of season where a lot of virginities will be lost. From midnight of 13th February to 16th February, thereabout, virginities are going to be lost massively. And how I wish that somebody listening to me can make a change of mind in case you're already planning to go and give your virginity to your husband as a Valentine gift. And then for the young men listening to me, I want to advise you, if any lady wants to give you her virginity as a Valentine gift, it's not a good gift to receive. Those kind of gifts comes with plenty of implications. When a lady gives you a virginity as a Valentine gift, the implications are weighty and massive. So you better run away. Let me stop there for now.
So, sir, what advice do you have for young lovers out there on a general note?
Okay. Love is a journey that is sweet to start, but if not properly managed, it can become sour and bitter. So like every other emotion, love must be tamed and channeled with some level of caution, else you will live to regret it. When love starts, it starts like, oh, this is the best thing that's happened to you, but when the bitterness sets in, you will have a lot of regrets. So don't cheaply fall in love. Fall in love with some level of caution.
Yes. Don't completely fall.
Yes, and then for the young men, before you ask any lady to marry you or thereabout, make sure you have seen yourselves getting married with her and staying with her for at least 70 years. If you can't see that, then there's no point asking her to marry you. The same for the women. Before you agree to marry any young man, make sure that you have seen yourself being his wife, submitting to him, submitting your body, your money, everything you have to him for the next 70 years at least. If you can't see that, then it's not worth it. That journey of love is not worth it.
Certainty. What was that?
I would say that why fall in love, you listen to counsel, be open to listen to counsel. Because most of the time when you are telling yourself that you are in love, you don't really see the things that the people around you see.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't know this person as much as other people do.
Yeah.
So you should be open to listen to counsel so that you won't be misled by love or the in love eyes, whatever it is.
Let me ask Chivi, what do you think is what should the lady look out for? What quality should the lady look out for in somebody who should be an ideal vow? A man who should be her ideal vow.
Okay.
Wanted to ask that.
I'll say this particularly to a Christian lady.
Okay.
You should look out for a guy that fears God.
Okay.
A man that does not fear God doesn't have a place in this life. So you should look out for a man that fears God. And if he has the fear of God, you can also look out for other things. There are things that people grew up with, that contribute to how they treat people or how they behave. So you should look out for that. Like you can't, because he loves God but his temper is not so good. You should look out for that. There are some other red flags too. There are things that he believes, his value system is not the same with yours. You should look out for that. Like if you meet someone that the person is a Christian, yes, or claim to be a Christian, but the person doesn't believe in things like tithing, or yes, you should look out for that, because in the future these things affect and they go a long way. So I think you should look out for someone that loves God, yes, that loves God, and then for someone that has the same value system as yours.
They said you should look out for God-fearing men. But these days, these women were left, now God they fear them. Some of you say, now God they fear them. What are the chances? Like, sometimes if God doesn't arrest somebody, it's hard for them to change you. Especially somebody that is very abusive. An abusive relationship is very bad. It's very bad. There's one guy I used to know. She was all in love and everything. Her own was that she loves the guy, but the guy was abusive. Every other day, the guy would just beat her face would be black and everything. She would cry, leave the guy's house and the rest, and then after 2 days, you see her washing plates in the guy's house. What's wrong with you? I'm not going to leave this guy, but I still love him. He will change. What are the chances?
I will say first of all that the only thing that can change a man is God, and the chances that guy will change is if he meets God. That's the only thing that can change him. Because some people talk about therapy and other things, but I think the first thing and only thing that can actually change a man is God. Yes, and for abusive relationship, I think most of the time people that stay in abusive relationship have foundational problems. Maybe the father was abusive and the mother was just in the relationship,
or they lack love at home,
yes,
basically.
or they lack love, or there's something the guy is doing with all the abuse. So I think they have a lot of issues to also deal with, and it's not just the man that is inflicting the abuse that needs to change. The lady too needs Jesus. It's not just the guy that needs Jesus. The lady also needs Jesus.
The lady even needs Jesus more than the guy.
No, Jesus is needed by everybody.
Because if that lady really has Jesus, the kind of love that Jesus shows you every day,
yes,
then you release yourself to 0.0 where a guy is hitting you like
-0.
Like -0, where a guy is hitting you every day. Like, is that how you are not loved? What do you have to say about that, sir?
Yeah, it is value that you place on yourself. That's how people value you. The extent to which you value yourself, that's the extent to which people also value you. And then there's also a possibility also in that kind of scenario, just like you said, that there could be something the guy is doing to her that is still making, despite all the beatings, some of you guys use charm. We've heard of cases where the ladies were charmed. And for as long as the charm was still effective, no matter how the guy treats her, he will siphon her money, use it for his personal use. Some of them can even collect her money and still be dating another girl. She's aware, but she just cannot quit the relationship. And so, let's not rule out that fact. There's also a possibility that there could be a charm.
There could be diabolical, this thing.
Yeah, diabolical involvements. And then another one again is that there's a high possibility that it's the guy that took away her virginity. There is some unusual bond that ladies get to have with the guys who take away their virginity. So,
True.
possible that the guy took away her virginity, and there's that unusual soul tie between the both of them.
So to round up everything, one final word of advice, because you're giving us about 2, 3 to 4 advices already. So the one that crowns it all.
God is the author of love. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but live. So if you truly want to enjoy love and you also want to give out true love, get connected to God. So this Valentine's season, if anybody's watching this program, you are not born again, you've not given your life to Jesus Christ, give your life to Jesus, and I can assure you, that's when you now know the essence of love.
Yes. Gee.
Yes, for me, I would say that someone who does not know God cannot love. There is no love outside of God. Since the very personality of God is love. So if you don't know God, you cannot love. That's as simple as that.
Just find God. That's the ultimate. Find God. Fall in love with God. And let the love of God overwhelm you. Let the love of God overwhelm you. By so doing, you rest assured that nobody is going to treat you less than what you are, less than what you deserve. So that is that. See you some other time. Bye bye.
Bye.